Now, illegal mining is our next topic. It's official. Customers are now going to pay 1 Ghana cedi on every water bill to enable the Ghana Water Company properly treat water at the various pumps. Now, the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission, which approved this request in last week's tariff adjustment, says the cost of treatment has become extremely expensive due to activities of illegal mining or galamsey. Ghana Water had warned that they may be forced to shut down the treatment plants due to the impact galamsey was having on its operations. The Executive Secretary of the PURC, Dr. Ishmael Aka, says the cost imposed on customers is to help keep Ghana Water running.
For water, I think the major drivers, one is the price of electricity. However, because we said the industrial customers will experience no increase, this time it didn't have any effect. The major driver for water is the cost of chemicals. So before recently they were using a chemical for water treatment. Now what they've moved on to is what we call polymer, which is about 2.5 times expensive, more expensive than what they were using previously because of galamsey and others. They have to treat the water, go through a process 3 times than what they were using. So the cost of chemicals have really gone up for water, and that is the major. So if your bill was 100, you are paying 1 cedi extra to support them.
All right, now let's talk to the General Manager in charge of operations at Ghana Water, Stanley Marty. Stanley, thank you very much for your time with us. Now, let me ask you this. You are compelling me as a Ghanaian to pay for you to solve a problem I didn't cause. How is that fair? If you can unmute your microphone for us.
Thank you very much. Could you?
Yeah.
I think that, I'm not really sure. Can you hear me?
We can just about hear you, so please go ahead.
Now?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Hello, could you?
Yes, Stanley, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Hello, could you?
Yes, Stanley, we can hear you. You'll have to forgive us. I believe we're having some challenge. We need to clean up that line and bring Stanley Marty back to give us some education on consumers who are being asked to pay 1 Ghana cedi on every water bill from now on to fund the cleaning of water which has been contaminated by galamsey. Now, environmental conservation NGO Arocha Ghana is questioning why institutions like the World Bank will continue to fund the reclamation of lands devastated by illegal miners at the expense of the ordinary taxpayer. Data from Global Forest Watch indicates trees sitting on 1.41 million hectares of land, equivalent to half the land size of the Asante region, were destroyed across Ghana between 2001 and 2021. Joy News checks indicate more destruction of forest in 2022 and 23, with Ghana securing $103 million from the World Bank to reclaim these lands. There's more in the following excerpts from our upcoming hotline, Forest Under Siege.
Think of Ghana's forest as a pair of lungs or kidneys, cleaning our air and water, regulating rainfall, sunshine, and serving as a buffer against natural disasters. The country's kidneys and lungs are currently being attacked and perforated at a faster rate by illegal mining. Global Forest Watch data indicates that between 2001 and 2021, trees sitting on 1.41 million hectares of land were destroyed across Ghana. The destruction of tree cover is equivalent to about half the size of the entire Ashanti region, which is about 2.4 million hectares.
This is the largest. In fact, I don't even know how to start and how to end. I'm even shocked seeing the ground like this. The largest the largest so far.
Forests degraded, water sources polluted, and the attendant change in climatic conditions have affected farming.
It is the forest that gives farmers in this area rain to farm. But now, if God doesn't intervene, we will not have the rains to grow our crops.
Many of these farmers have had their source of livelihood destroyed by the mining of this forest. But their taxes will pay for the $103 million contracted to reclaim the devastation. Environmental conservation organization Arocha Ghana has a problem with that.
Sometimes I ask myself, why does even the World Bank even support such initiatives or push those initiatives before us?
Daryl Bosu is Deputy National Director.
Business persons have been given concessions. They've gone into our forest reserves, into our landscape, mined it for gold, traded it, kept the profit for themselves. And the public is going to pay for a loan that is now going to be used to reclaim the mess of some businesses. It's not fair. And there's no way anyone, and even the World Bank, should support such an initiative.
Reporting for Joy News, Erastus Asaredonko, Kumasi.
All right, now let's get back to the earlier conversation, also Galamsey related, if you will. Ghana Water Company is compelling Ghanaians to pay 1 Ghana cedi on every water bill to help with the cost of purifying water which has been contaminated by illegal mining. Stanley Mate joins us from the Ghana Water Company. Stanley, I believe we have a much better line now, so I'll ask that question again. You're compelling me as a Ghanaian to pay for you to fix a problem that I didn't solve. I didn't cause, sorry. How is that fair, Stanley?
Okay, thank you very much, Kojo. I hope I'm clear now.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes. So let me correct this in your preamble. You have said that the Ghana Water Company Limited is compelling you to pay more than you have to. Let me correct that. It is not the GWC compelling you. We are regulated, okay? We have a product that we produce, but we not determine the prices. That is determined by the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission. And per the law, we have to submit our reports to them. They look at the reports, they look at the economic situation, put their formula together, fix in everything that they have to, and then come out with a tariff.
Stanley, can I ask you to speak up a little bit more? We're struggling, we're missing some of what you're saying.
So then, we cannot put the tariff on the doorstep of the Ghana Water Company Limited. It is that of the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission. I hope I'm clear now. You can hear my voice clearly now.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So when it comes to Galamsey, I think the population of citizens involved in Galamsey should be less than 1% of the total population of Ghana. I'm just assuming. But can that be true? I'm sure. How can a percent, let's assume that there are only 1% of people involved in Galamsey in Ghana, how can 1% of the total population hold the entire population of Ghana to ransom to this extent? Why can't the 99% of us who are paying for the mess being caused by 1%, why can't we all put our loins together and then stop them from what they are doing? Okay, so this is a call to all of us. Now we have had to pay. Kojo, we are paying. I'm also paying. Okay, everybody is paying. So let us put our loins together and then fight them. Okay, when we are able to fight them and the rivers clear up, we will use less chemical and the cost of production will be lower, and definitely it will impact on the tariff, so that we all will have to pay less tariff than we are paying now. Under the circumstance, if we all do not come up together to fight the menace, then we'll all have to be paying. The Ghana Water Company is starting with the process. Okay, you have to buy chemicals with foreign exchange. Now look at the way the foreign exchange is dancing against the city. Okay, so what else can we do? Now we have had to buy a more expensive chemical because the chemical that we're using previously can no longer treat the water or can no longer coagulate the water, the silt in the water as we expect it to happen. So we have had to buy a more expensive chemical, which is about 3 times more, close to 3 times more what previously we were using. Now, how can a Ghana Water Company survive if we do not increase the cost of water or the price for water? So the PLC, in their wisdom and per the calculation and per the law, have put together the tariff for us to pay. For us as a company, we do not have control over it. We can set our own tariff. If we have to set our own tariffs, I'm sure it will be more expensive than we are seeing now. So if we all do not want to pay more, then let us talk to our relatives. Let us, in our own way, stop the few recalcitrant citizens amongst us to stop what they are doing. Then we can have very clear river bodies, very good raw water. Then we can, cost of production will be low for us to pay less.
Now, Stanley, we have designated institutions where we pay people salaries to ensure that our water bodies are kept safe, to ensure that people don't break the law, people don't mine illegally. They collect salaries every single month, which we pay. So Ghana Water Company asking Ghanaians to pay extra to purify the water that has been destroyed because some people didn't do their jobs. Is that not kind of like, you know, a private security company asking us all to pay for them to patrol our communities because Ghana police cannot stop armed robbery? I mean, can we approach the solution? Can we approach solving every national problem by taxing the innocent Ghanaian to pay for the solution when we already paid people to ensure the problem doesn't even happen in the first place?
Yeah, Kujo, you have a point, okay, and like I said, I'm found in the same situation that you also find yourself in, and so is every citizen of Ghana. So who do we hold responsible? Then now let us sit our law enforcement agencies down, and then request for them to do what they have to do. But we all know that they have been doing something, except that hasn't worked. So let us keep re-strategizing, so that at least we'll be able to stop the menace. So for us as a company and the other agencies involved in protecting the water bodies, we keep re-strategizing to find a sustainable solution to it. But you realize that it is beyond us. Okay, so we are doing ours in our own small way, but then the greater portion of the situation is beyond us. So let us all have a public forum, and then let's call those who are supposed to do that to see, look.
To clarify, Stanley, forgive me, Stanley. To clarify, did the Ghana Water Company ask PURC to put this arrangement in place, or did PURC do this of their own initiative?
So, like I said initially, okay, it is the PULC who is the regulator. And so they put together the report that we sent to them per the law. Per the law, GWCL is to submit monthly reports to PULC. The PULC, based on our report, will compute the tariff. Okay, based on other external factors as well. So they put our internal factors, which is our report, and then the external factors, okay, vis-a-vis the economy of Ghana, okay, into a formula, and then they come out with a tariff. So we as a company, Ghana Water Company Limited, we do not have control over the tariff. We do not set tariff. That is why I corrected you initially, that we are not asking Ghanaians to pay. But per the book, everything is there for you to see. Audited book. Okay, this is the cost of production. This is the rate of inflation. This is the cost of CD to the dollar. This is the cost of chemicals. This is the cost of overhead. This is the cost of this. Everything goes to them. Okay? And then they put all these things into a formula to come out with the price.
Okay. So how much will Ghana Water Company raise from this initiative? On a monthly basis, how much do you expect to raise?
think the tariff has just been announced. We are sitting, we have a tariff committee working on it, and then we'll be able to tell the required revenue or the required outcome from the new tariff, and how positive that will be. We will not be able to tell for now. But the thing is, the period.
Come of a formula.
Yes. No, the formula will have to be discussed with the period. So we don't want to go there. Okay. It is not my job. What I'm saying is that for us as a company, PULC do not look at what we just tell them, but they look at our auditor report. So how much have we spent in reality, in real terms, on chemicals? How much have we spent in real terms on this one? What is the cost of this in real terms? It is not like what we just report to them. You understand? So it is based on the real value. Okay, that is what they use in computing the tariff.
Now that this payment is in place, can we now all relax and comfortably expect our water to be purified?
At any time we relax, we realize that the situation is compounded. So until we fight or find a sustainable solution to the menace, we do not have to rest on our oars. And that is exactly what the Ghana Water Company Limited and then the other agencies within the water sector are doing.
I want to say a big thank you to you. Stanley Mate is in charge of operations at the Ghana Water Company. There's more to come on The Pulse. Don't go anywhere. We're back after these.